There are two versions of Minecraft. Minecraft Bedrock and Minecraft Java, and there have been a massive battle between the two ever since they both came out. But which version is better? And if you ask me, I feel like they're both great. And if you check which version has the most players, and you can definitely see that it is Bedrock. But if you also see why, it's mostly because of the majority of the player base being in an area of the world where most of the money that you gain is not very high, so like they only play on phones, and it's just a little bit like they won't have a computer most of the time. But today in this video, we dive deep into the problems of Bedrock. Back in 2013, they decided it would be a great idea to start making that version of the game. And to be fair to Bedrock though, most of the issues aren't actually because of the game itself. For other platforms, and you might be asking, why didn't they just copy and paste the code? Well, firstly, hardware limitations. The Pocket Edition version of Minecraft is very limited because phones are not actually very powerful, and not as powerful as PCs, because like, when are you seeing a phone go against a computer? Like, never happening. Unless you got some like, but, and then you might ask what about consoles? Well, they can't, because they got a closed platform, and that means that Java cannot be run on it. Well, also, the consoles are still not very powerful and may not even run anyway, so even on the new consoles, I don't think it's going to run anyway, but it's just very, no, it wouldn't work. But anyway, into the bad things about Bedrock. Well, basically, we got to talk about Bedrock's marketplace, because honestly, it is such a scam. Like, the amount of money you pay for their mine coins, bro, I'll be having to get a mortgage on that, bro. I'd have to get rid of my house, I'd have to get rid of everything for one of them, just to get some mine coins, bro, I'm telling you. And also the skins are just loads of money and just stuff like that. It's mad. It should not be it should not be that much. And also, if you didn't know, yeah, on the Windows 10 version, you can download packs onto it. Obviously, you might not want to do that because it's kind of like copywriting. It's kind of like, it's a little bit of a weird legal issue, but I mean, honestly, you could still do it, and it wouldn't really matter as long as you play the game normally, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's just like a different Minecraft, genuinely, and like, oh my, it just is. It's like so much different. It's not Minecraft. It's genuinely not Minecraft. But anyway, another thing is the limited server selection and the fact you can only join servers using a customized DNS or app on your phone. Which, to be fair, the app is alright. 50% of the time it works, which is lovely. The DNS barely doesn't even work at all. I've tried it before. It doesn't work. So I would try the DNS. To be fair, changing your DNS will not. It doesn't work very half the time. But yeah, I guess it works, but still no. And now we're going to go on to generation. Well, anyway, when you go to a village in Bedrock, obviously you guys have seen this before probably, you can see a village like most of the time. Like, when you see a village, you dig under the village, and 50% of the time you'll find a stronghold. Like, probably even more than that, you'll probably find a stronghold under the village. That's just because how the terrain generation works, and it's really stupid. Like, it makes survival, right, really easy, because you can easily find the stronghold, like making speedrunning and even more easier, which is such a scam. But anyway, now then we move on to the last thing, well, the most important difference in Bedrock, and that is the PvP, because honestly, right, so in Java, like, let's just hear me out, right? So in Java, you have the new 1.18 features and stuff like that, the 1.17 features as well, and it makes it a lot more fun. Survival's a lot more different now with like the ranged attacks and stuff like that, the bar that appears under your thing when you hit people. It's a lot more fun, you know what I mean? But like in Bedrock, you can spam click, so you can literally spam click and it will just not do a single thing. It's weird, because like it should not be like it's fun. I guess it kind of factors in you're playing on a console, and yeah, you might not need to do that, but it's weird. Like, you don't need that. It's kind of like hard stuck in a different version of the game at that point. But like, nah, but it rewards you for getting a hit in Java, but not in Bedrock. In Bedrock, it just doesn't reward you at all. You just spam click and hope it just does the same thing of damage. But anyway, now that I've talked about the downsides, I now want to talk about the upsides to it all. And for my Java enjoyers, how good Bedrock actually is. Well, firstly, the game has emotes. Well, you'd say that's pretty cool, right? Well, they cost that much just to get one, and more mine coins. But no, and the quality of the game is very good though, running on a solid 60 FPS, even when loading up chunks compared to Java. When, yeah, you're running through chunks and you're on about 20 frames, let's go. But and you normally end up like 10 frames, which is like mad. Like 10 frames on Java is like bad. But like Bedrock is a lot more like optimized for consoles and even PCs in general. It's a lot better. It's a lot better. Another thing though is the block building feature. I actually really like this because it really does give console players a really good advantage, and they deserve it because obviously the controller pads are not as good as like you have your whole hand with a mouse compared to having an Xbox controller or whatever PS4 controller when you don't actually have like half your hand. But no, I really like that feature. It really does factor in that you're gonna have that. But anyway, when you actually place a block in front of you though, it literally so you place a block in front of you and it places the block. You probably saw this in the gameplay as well. It's really cool. It really does help you. And lastly, the add-ons. Well, we've already picked on this once, but this is really good. I love how easy and simple it is to just double click on your file and it just loads it directly onto it, compared to Java where you have to go into the files, you have to put a file in there, you have to change it up so much just to finish something. So anyway, that concludes this video. If you guys did enjoy, then please subscribe. We're trying to hit the 250 subscribers, and honestly guys, join my Twitch streams. I'm probably live right now. I actually probably am, you know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you for watching, and peace!